Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Dimensionalist. I'm a Dimensionalist. It's about to snow here where I'm at, and yeah, it's about to snow, so we're in a little snow cap, and here to do the video. So look, I want to do this video today, and while it's on my mind and I got it written in my notes, it's about the fifth dimension, and there's a way that when you access fifth dimension and you thoroughly have it anchored into your third dimension with the fourth dimension also, you can override reality, temporarily override reality, and force events to occur. Remember one of my videos, it's a stage in which we play out events. That's true, but when you reach a higher state of consciousness, access fifth dimension, you can override reality. And you're like, okay, when you get there and you follow my body, light body ascension process, physical body work, realization and stuff, all my other videos, you can get to a point of understanding how to, what to do. At that point, when I was awakened to Kundalini and I had ascended into the fifth dimension, I didn't know that my thoughts and ideas and visualization caused that to occur. Even though I was doing it, I was just thinking of things I wanted to occur. You get what I'm saying? So, meaning if I've been more understanding of that then and realized that while I had that higher state of consciousness and also in the fifth dimension and had that anchor to the fourth dimension and third dimension, I would have been able to create a lot more easier and things will flow more easier, and things like that. Fourth dimension, matter, the reality not really matter. Reality itself is malleable. It fluctuates. The consistency of it's not the same. Now, like I said, when you reach the fifth dimension, love and light, and the desire of the fifth dimension is to receive love, is to output love, from what one of my understandings is, in the Pleiadian Agenda by Barbara Handclough. It's a pretty good book. I mentioned it in first my few videos, and back in 2016, and when I first started the channel. And it mentions the desire of the dimensions, because the dimensions have a desire themselves while we interface in them. And reach a dimension is a hyphen or state of consciousness, so you can reach these dimensions. So you got to keep that in mind. And I think I'm doing pretty good at narrating this video, even though I have no set plan. I'm just going to make more overview videos. So when you start to see the whole concepts and ideas, sometimes I got to say the same things in order to give you idea when I bring upon new concepts, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Like I said, third dimension, light with depth, interface to third dimension, desire to be free. And I will go over all that and books about dimensions and things, from two different sources, and explain how they go hand in hand and are charted. So stay tuned for that. And when you get to the fifth dimension, and still in the third dimension, use thoughts and visualization to take upon your actions to cause the event occurs. Cause these events to occur, or whatever events they may be, or ideal you're holding on to. Access the sixth dimension and anchor the fifth dimension better is to hold on to the ideal of love and light. I'm still experiencing darkness. I notice it's hard to create with darkness. Evil, negativity, trolling, if you want to call it that. Insulting people, thinking negative thoughts about people. And that's not good, but I've never seen any creation of negativity other than creating negative events, bad out of it to whatever extent you want to say that. So my point is, if you do good, you ascend a lot easier. You ascend, you get to the fifth dimension, you're light, love and light, you anchor your body to crystalline structure to a higher dimension. So yeah, and like I said, the purpose of the video is the fifth dimension. When you get to the fifth dimension, you can temporarily override reality. And what I mean by override is like whatever's occurring right then and there, whatever's in front of you, you instantly make happen. Like it's that possible, And I'll give an example. Like I just got in smoking weed. I smoked weed after I fasted and had a Kundalini awaken, because some Hindus actually smoke weed, if you want to put it on that level. And I got high with a friend, even though I knew that it seemed like my higher state of consciousness increased drastically. Even though I wasn't eating, I still had a desire for anything else. I still got high and and took that in. So basically, I anchored like this. This is what I'm saying. I was walking, and I seen a black dude in a car, and I'm just describing who he is. He's probably just sitting there chilling, waiting for someone to come out the store, because we were in front of a food store at that time. And I'm walking, my friend stopped, just paused for a second, and I said in my mind, had heard this voice in my head, you can hear it, like that, you can hear it. And I pointed to the car, but making a gesture as if my hand was coming over reality like this, pointing down over the car, even though technically I visualized it, and I made the gesture from behind me because I let no one see the gesture. You know, which I believe you need to position your finger a certain way. You got little energy centers in your fingers. You're positioning energy a certain way. I'll go in more detail about all that shit, which is fucking really fucking cool. How, why, and what it works. And why actually Naruto came from those concepts. You know, the Mudara's hand seals quote from that show. So I pointed, you can hear it. And the motherfucker looked up like that, like he went like this, he went like, and looked, and I was like, what the fuck? I swear I instantly made my voice go inside his fucking head and paused fucking reality for a second. It felt like when I did that, everything paused for a second, and he looked up. Even though, like, I don't say reality paused, it seemed like in that moment, like when I say moment, everything seemed to pause. Everything seemed to just be me and him, that event occur. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from experience. So I was thinking, okay, at that point, that's why I made come with the idea for the video. You know, and also in Fifth Dimension, all this other stuff I experienced. I then read all books afterwards because I was a extreme Christian at one point, and started kind of understanding multidimensional stuff until I took upon to take all the action to do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the override reality. That's why I believe you could override reality, because what the gestures and things I did instantly made some things occur. And stuff like that, visualizing light and sound, like ECK masters. That's very, very, very fucking vital. And sound, light, and sound are creation tools on the physical level in the third dimension. But you're also interfacing fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, because anything after the sixth dimension, you're ascending into light completely, and there's no physical structure there or something like that. I'll go in more detail. But then I hope y'all enjoy another video of Dimensionalist. Remember, I'm Dimensionalist. Peace.